In this video, I'm going to go over how to make a 3D object. Typically in Fusion 360, objects start off as a sketch, and from there you make a model of some kind, a 3D model, whether you extrude or revolve, and use any of these things up here to change or further develop your model. So let's go ahead and make a sketch. And I already had my view set to the top, so initially when I set my sketch, I'll just start on the top. And there we go. It's just a place where I like to start. And I'll make a shape. I'll make a shape with some lines. So, I'll just place some lines here. Maybe a diamond. No, I'll go out over this way. And I'll close it up. Now notice when I close the shape up, the edges highlight when I go inside it, and the inside is light blue. That means all the lines are connected, and you have a shape here, a profile, I guess you should say, that you can make into a 3D model. Now, sometimes you might find that this doesn't actually happen. You don't have a closed profile, and what happens sometimes is that you have an issue where the lines actually aren't exactly connected. There's a break, and you don't see it unless you get really close up to see where the break is. So like what I had made right here. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. There we go. It's back to a complete profile again. And for more complex shapes, there's actually I think 1 or 2 techniques that you can use to really zero in on where the line break is. So with that said, we have a complete profile, so we'll finish the sketch. And there it is. It's still a 2D shape. You can rotate it around and stuff now that, I mean, you could always rotate it around, but you can definitely see in the model space that it's still 2D shape. So let's make it a 3D shape. And 3D shapes usually simply start with extrude. So here we go. When I clicked on extrude, it automatically selected this profile. Probably because it's the only profile in the model space right now. But if it wasn't, you'd go up here under profiles, make sure select is highlighted, and click on the profile you want. And there's a couple ways you can extrude. You can either extrude by grabbing this arrow here and just drag it out, or you can type in the text prompt right here what exactly you want. Maybe you want exactly 50 millimeters. So there you go. That's a basic extrusion shape. Now that you have a 3D model, you can extrude other things out of it. You don't necessarily have to create a sketch. So let's try extruding from one of these faces. Extrude from this face. So profile, this face counts as a profile, so we click on that, and we can stretch it out just like that. Now you probably noticed this I guess circular slider here. You're probably wondering what that does. Well, that makes it so that you can add a taper or a flare to your extrusion. So you can make it crazy like that, or make it like a real wedge like that, or you can just make it like that. I'll make it like that into a wedge. So there we go, there's that. You can also extrude backwards, like make a cut. So let's try dragging this backwards, and it's cutting right into the shape. That's what it means when it's red right there. And with that cut, you can also adjust the taper or flare it out and just kind of blow it up. What happens if we flare it out to blow it up? Wow, that's really interesting. That is really interesting. Okay. And then if you don't want this, you can just extrude this profile underneath and just drag it down. Now it's cutting, but instead of cut, maybe you want to join. Combines the new extruded body here to this existing one, just like that. And you can click OK. Now if you wanted to create a more complex shape on your 3D model than your existing profiles, then you can make a new sketch. Now, just like how I made a new sketch on one of these 3 planes, you can make a sketch on one of these profiles, or body faces. So maybe I want to make a new sketch right here. And Fusion 360 will automatically align this, even this angular face here, to align straight with your view. I think this time I want to make a hole, so I'm going to do a circle. Again, if you want an exact diameter, maybe I'll make it 15 millimeters. There we go. And you even have a little dimension pop up, so if you want to change it to like maybe 20, you can do that, or 10. Let's make it 25. Okay, and I'll finish the sketch. So notice, speaking of finishing sketches, notice that my first sketch is no longer visible. It's because it's hiding. That's what this eye is here. So that's my original profile right there, which you don't need anymore unless you really want it. And this, it automatically hides once you're done extruding, so you can always go back here and unhide the sketch. So let's extrude. I want to make this into a hole. So I drag it backwards. It actually automatically makes a cut, just like that. If I wanted, I could do a join, which creates a new body. But I want it to cut. So there's that. And I can also taper this. Let's taper it, because why not? Here we go. There, so those are some basics to extruding. It's one of the basic things to do with Fusion 360. So going from a sketch and making extrusions out of it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons below. And remember, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. So keep learning, keep designing, keep making, and be proud of your work.